Alright, hi, hello, welcome back to Murder by Numbers. The last case 4. We've talked to him, right? I think we're going to the apartment, right? To figure things out about Scout. Can't you just tell me who we are meeting? Did anyone ever teach you to be patient? I still think it's a little weird to be like, oh, we're gonna go meet someone, but I'm not gonna tell you who it is. I do not believe that is in my programming. I will add it to my list of requested features for version 2.0. 2.0? We didn't even make it to version 1.0. Scout, this is Jena. I know your face. You do? That's amazing! Your long-term memory must have self-repaired. You remember how you know me? I doubt it. He has trouble making connections between images and data. You should have seen what he thought were my car keys. You worked at the place where I was built. Seems like he's making connections just fine to me. Not a connection. An educated guess. I remember your face, but the associated data is corrupted. Therefore, I know you from a time before I wiped my memory. All my recovered memories from that time have involved the place where I was built, so you must also be from there. Full self-awareness. Logical extrapolation. Your entire personality matrix is still intact. Impressive. Especially considering the condition I was left in. You were never supposed to end up on a scrap heap, Scout. Then what happened? I need to get that missing data. Give me a second to get set up. What data? What is she doing? Jena has a plan. She can write a modification to disable the black box routines they placed in you. You set all this up without asking me? I couldn't risk mentioning it earlier. We had to be sure it was even possible. I thought we told each other everything. Okay, I'm gonna hook into Scout's neural net to get some diagnostic data. Is it safe to move around? Sure, just let me know if you feel anything unusual. You know, latency spikes, neural pathway errors, melted circuits. Okay. Jena, I have some questions. Ask away. Just try not to hover too close to the TV. It screws up my connection. What will the modification do? It's a patch to block or reroute your weapon subroutines. If it works, they'll be completely disabled. You wouldn't be able to use them even if you wanted to. And if it doesn't work? One thing at a time, Scout. I think that is a very reasonable question. Excuse me, what? Can you tell me more about where I was created? You were designed and built at the SSI labs, not far from here. It was a purpose-built facility for research and development, and the Scout project was the crown jewel. Are the labs still there? I don't know. Probably not. They sold pretty much everything when the SSI shut down. The Scout project? Scout. Self-contained, operating... I forget the rest. One of Tom's little jokes. I swear, it stood for something different every week. Who is Tom? Tom Schmidt, your hardware engineer. He would have been proud to see how you turned out if... I have an important question. One I have wanted an answer to for some time. Why did you build me? The goal was to create a robot that could operate in places too dangerous for humans. Radiation, extreme heat, Flooding. So I can swim? Tested to a depth of 3,000 feet. I wanted you to be able to find and help people. That's why I took the job. So what changed? You were too much of a success. Your ability to not only assess situations, but also to reason and adapt to changes. Once they saw what Scout could do, SSI wanted the project to refocus on military applications for deployment into combat zones. There's no money in saving lives, but there's a lot of money in taking them. Exactly. I fought it every step of the way, but it was no use. They set up a defensive systems research division and gave them complete access to the project. One morning I came to the lab and Scout wasn't where I left him. I ran a memory check and someone had added new code that I couldn't access. After that, it started happening more regularly. Tom and I didn't know what they were doing, but we could guess. When I woke up, all my memory banks were corrupt. At first, I thought they had just been damaged, but then I started remembering things about the lab, about you. I remembered the truth. I deleted those memories. And now I know I know what I did. I don't really want to talk about it. I don't want to hurt people, Jena. Not again. This modification works, you won't be able to. Now, can we change the subject? Okay, I've got the data. Now I just need to write the patch. How long will it take? Hard to say. I've never had access to this part of his code before. Hi, detective. What's up? What? Okay, we'll be right there. What is wrong? It's Mal. He's dead. But he was in the hospital. He was getting better. I don't understand either. Cross is waiting downtown to fill us in on the details. What about my software patch? Can I go? Sure, I'll just sit here on my own. That's cool. Don't worry about me. Would you prefer if I stayed to keep you company? What? No, I was being serious. I work better without distractions. But can you grab me a bag of chips while you're out? I'm starving. I wonder if she's like... No, she might be in on it. Oh, whatever. Doesn't matter. I'm just very deep into MBTI right now. Do. Wait, what? Pistol. The gun that killed Lori was found adrift in the missing lifeboat. Oh, yes. I do remember that, actually. Never mind. The precinct? Yes. I came as quick as I could. Is Mal really... Yeah. Someone got to him. Oh, boy! The hospital hasn't released an official statement yet, but I saw it for myself. Mal's dead. How was he killed? Smothered to death with a pillow. Simple, but effective. And quiet. Medical examiner said it happened within the last hour. The prime suspect has got to be whoever attacked him in the first place. But I thought that was Ray? Me too, but he's still locked in a cell. Either he's learned how to teleport, or we've got a problem. I mean, teach me how to teleport, please. Find any evidence in the room? Nothing. The place was totally clean. This was a professional job. Our biggest witness is dead, and we've got nothing? Could be the same person who killed Frank Pritchell. Not quite. I pulled the CCTV. How'd you get the CCTV so fast? It's a brand new system. All digital. Only got installed a week ago. There's a good chance the killer had no idea. Oh yeah, all digital. A digital recording? I could scan through it. That's what I was counting on. Here, it's on this disc. Ooh, it's a CD? Damn, how high-tech. Anyways. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. This should probably work then. Yep. 8, 11, 12, 13. Yep. What is this for 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Do, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yep. 2, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Let's do some of these. 9 should be like that. 11 should be that. 5 clearly. That is a 2. 5, 6. 3. 8. It's a 5. It's a 5. 3, 2, 1. That's a 3. It's a 4. 2, 2, 2. There we go. CCTV. Footage. Oh yeah, we're still in the C rank. Okay. Digital footage downloaded. Scanning frames. Focus on the footage from about an hour ago. Look for anything unusual. Suspicious figures. I have something. It is Clyde. Wait, who's Clyde again? Oh, Musulman? The meathead? Are you sure? The footage is conclusive. White male. Prominent facial scar. Wearing a white uniform with cap. Left-handed. Left-handed? But that means... the pistol was his all along. He shot Lori. All this time, I thought it was just some charter captain. For good reason. Ray told us he hired Clyde from an agency. Either he was lying, or he really had no idea. I think it's time we found out which. I don't think, again, he has anything to do with the murder. He has everything to do with his sister's stuff, whatever, but he has nothing to do with the murder here. That's like a completely separate storyline. Afternoon, Ray. How's your cell? Are you here for a reason, or just to make wisecracks? What can you tell me about Clyde Musulman? The charter captain? I'd almost forgotten about him. I don't know any more than what I've already said. Mal called in sick, and the agency sent Clyde as a replacement. Except Mal was locked in the cargo hold. How could he have called in sick? Well, I didn't receive the call myself, but that's what Clyde told me when he arrived. What difference does it make? More than you realize. Clyde was lying to you. Shouldn't you be asking Mal about this? Surely he's awake by now. He's not going to wake up, Ray. He's dead. Mal Cruz is dead. He was murdered in his hospital bed. I'm sorry to hear that. I've known Mal for a long time. With your help, we can bring his killer to justice. Look around. Is this your idea of justice? Yeah, because you're kind of a jerk, breaking the law. Not this specifically, but otherwise, yes. Yes, it is justice. Can you give us the details of the hire company you used? You hijacked my yacht, arrest my sister, accuse me of murder, and then you ask me for help? Yeah. You're out of it. Why should I trust you? You're still on the hook for Laurie's murder. If you want to get out of here, you should be working with us, not against us. It'll take more than a few sweet words to get me to trust you and that bullhound of a detective. Because technically you are a criminal, just not a murderer, thank you. What if I said we've got a lead that could prove your innocence? We just need your help to confirm it. I'll believe it when I see it. We have CCTV footage of Clyde leaving the hospital where Mal was killed. Caught it red-handed, huh? Left-handed, actually. If he murdered Mal, there's a good chance he killed Laurie, too. I told you I didn't kill anyone! You've been so focused on your vendetta against us that you ran headfirst towards prosecution with no thought for due process. Which I agree. That is... Honor does not do things the way they should be done with enough evidence. Which is a problem. Like, a very, very real problem. Doesn't mean you are innocent of any crime ever, sir. I don't have a vendetta against you or your sister, Ray. All I care about is finding the truth. If we can tie Laurie's murder to Clyde, you'll be free to go. How am I supposed to help, even if I wanted to? Maybe you've forgotten, but Detective Cross has me locked in a cell. Right now, we've got no way to track Clyde down. We need to know who he really is. Can you think of anything that might help? He was waiting on the boat when we arrived this morning. Of course, I noticed that tattoo right away. That's right, he told us he was in the military. Served in Vietnam. Scout, do you think you could look up his service record? It is possible, but I would need more search parameters. Come on, Ray, you're a lawyer. You're supposed to be good at finding little inconsistencies. Now you mention it, there was something strange. When he introduced himself, he said his name was Hyde. He corrected himself right away, so at the time I thought nothing of it. But now, I get the feeling he made up a new name on the spot. You think Clyde is really called Hyde? Not exactly an inventive false name, but it's worth a shot. I mean, on the other hand, it might be easier for him to remember. Like, if you're gonna lie, make the lie something you can remember and it's close to the truth as possible, that it seems more consistent. Also, just don't lie, obviously, but... This may be enough information. I can access military records through the police computer. That seems weird, but alright. Give me a moment to establish a data link. The military? They must have the tightest security in the country. They have never gone up against me before. Yes. Also, would just like to point out that I do not agree with, honors constantly breaking the law to get things done. No. Hacking complete. I am almost disappointed by military security. I found an administrator account with the password 123. Honestly, that's pretty sure that's like how most of hacking like works. It's not like straight into the database watch all security. It's like, no, you just like use some administrator, someone working there on like far out in a corner, you get access to their account because it's not secure, and then you like work your way in. Like social hacking, whatever. Haha, right! Who would have that as their password? Change your passwords from password 123, please. Searching for visual matches with the tattoo on Hyde's arm. It seems to be the insignia of the 5th Marine Regiment. Narrowing search by name, known physical characteristics, and service record. 1 record found. Corporal Hyde Musselman. Okay, I'm sorry, he used his real last name. Like, your first name can be anything and people won't find you, basically. But like, your last name, that's like how people find you, at least in the West. Like, you'd think he would make up his last name, which is like the easiest thing to search for, but okay. I mean, I guess if you're called Smith in the US, maybe it's like, but still. So that really was his real name. I mean, yeah, obviously they didn't know that he was using his real last name. Hyde fought at several key battles in Vietnam and remained a member of the 5th Marines until he was dishonorably discharged in 1977. They kicked him out? What for? Misconduct under Article 90 of the UCMJ, assaulting or willfully disobeying a superior officer. But there is something else here you may find more interesting. Hyde was suspected of killing a staff sergeant in a friendly fire incident in 1968. There was a solid case against him, but a key piece of evidence was lost. A bullet casing. You mean all this time we've been holding on to evidence from a 30-year-old murder? Sometimes the solution to a puzzle relies on one missing piece of information. Without it, progress is impossible. Are there any records about what he did after he left the Marines? We still need a way to track him down. The police kept a close watch on him for several years after he was discharged. He drifted between jobs, and their records gradually become less detailed. The last entry is from 1991. It simply says, "Now employed by SSI." Ooh. Everything comes back round to Scout. Did you just say Hyde worked at SSI? Scout, that's the company that created you. Do you think he was involved in my project? Do you think he is responsible for... I'm not sure, but I bet Jena could tell us. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Any good news? I tried my usual sources, but so far nothing. We've got a lead on Musselman, thanks to Ray. Ray was helpful. He was plenty cooperative once he realized I was trying to prove he didn't kill Lori. Typical defense lawyer. Happy to fight the good fight, but only when it suits him. So, what did you find out about Clyde? Firstly, his name is not Clyde. It is Hyde. He was a Marine. Dishonorably discharged. Likely killed a superior officer. That's not even the interesting part. After he was discharged, he got a job at the lab that created Scout. I'll be damned. Think there's some kind of link? That's what I'm hoping to find out. Alright. Honors apartment. Did you solve your case? No. If anything, it got more complicated. Well, I'm not done yet either. Can't rush these things. Gotta take your time and think it through. True. How's the work going? There's a lot of weird stuff in this code, but it's nothing I can't handle. The bigger problem is going to be deploying the patch. I don't know if I can do it without a specialized tool. What specialized tool do you need? Something called a data shunt. It's for uploading software to a protected drive. Not something you can buy off the shelf. You can't do it without? No. This patch has to hook into dozens of core systems to override Scout's decision making. What do you mean? It'll completely disable your offensive systems. You won't be able to use them even if you want to. Wait, this thing will override Scout's decision making? You're going to change the way he thinks? It'll take away his ability to hurt people. What's the problem? I'm just not sure if I'm comfortable with the idea. I don't ever want to hurt anyone again, Honor. But right now, that's your decision. If we take that away from you, if we force you to never hurt anyone, does it mean anything anymore? Okay, so I see that you're going for like this deep philosophy on like, what's it called, on free will and stuff like that, but like, yes, it does mean something because he's deciding now of his own free will that he doesn't want to hurt anyone anymore. Why does it suddenly not? And then he does something to accomplish that, but then it suddenly doesn't mean anything because he's not constantly struggling. It's what it kind of sounds like to me. Bullshit. Just because you're not constantly struggling with something doesn't mean that what you're doing isn't meaningful. Get out of here. I am not sure I understand. Can we discuss the philosophy later? I've got work to do. Did you know anyone at SSI called Hyde Musalman? Yeah, he worked in defensive systems research. Some ex-military beefcake with more muscle than sense. That sounds like Hyde. Do you know what happened to him? After SSI shut down, the head of defensive systems started his own company. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no, I think we can guess what company that is. I think Hyde went with him. Any idea which company? Could it be... Yeah, it was a long time ago. Had a name like... Lethal? Lath? Leith? Yeah, that's the one. Great! We're back to Leith security. And that's why the dude knew so much about Scouts. Are you sure Hyde went to work at Leith security? Yeah, he was sick of working in a research lab anyway. The only time I ever saw him smile was when they were doing weapon tests. We've met the CEO of Leith. His company's connected to 3 different murder cases. Wait, you met Jack? Did he see Scout? He was very interested in me. He even offered to repair me after I was damaged. Oh no, if he knows you're still working? Do you think he might do something? Try to snatch Scout or something? I don't know, but you better watch your back out there. Oh, great! Okay. Well, wait until you hear this, Mr. LAPD. I spoke to Jena about Hyde. He did work at SSI in their defense division, and his boss was Jack Larson. Larson? The CEO of Leith? Yeah. When the Scout project went bad, SSI was shut down. Jack founded Leith, and Hyde went with him. Let me get this straight. Hyde works for Jack, but so did Lori. This gets more complicated by the minute. This is how they handle disputes at Leith. I hope they have a good employee health plan. Lori contacted us because she wanted to give information on Frank Pritchell. That has to be why she was killed. Larson's gone too far this time. He may be the common link between these deaths, but we still have no evidence against Jack himself. Then we need to find that evidence. Right, detective? Right. Jack Larson's always been one step ahead of us, but not this time. We need to get inside the Leith offices. Ooh. Honor is about to get herself into yet another life and death situation. Let's go. I agree. How long will it take to get a search warrant? That's going to be tricky. Not exactly on the best terms with my captain right now. What with the whole going undercover without telling anyone thing. He's never gonna play ball. Okay, so no warrant. What about me and Scout? It's a private security company, Honor. Can't just walk in through the front door. I am confident I can bypass their security. I hacked into a military server earlier without issue. I'm going to pretend I didn't hear that. We can actually get in, because he literally invited us. Maybe being a cat burglar is my real calling. Do you have any better ideas? We can get in and out, no problem. No one would even notice, and this could be our only chance. I'm not going to give you permission to break into a private office. But if someone did break in, and evidence happened to fall into police hands... Say no more, detective. We understand. I do not understand. Again, I know this is like... I'm like, but like in the real world, this is like... But yes. Anyways, that seems like a good... Just having a moral dilemma here. But this seems like a good place to end this episode. And then we go to Leith offices, I guess, next time. Woo! Let's try to not die. Literally. Anyways, thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see ya.